Hey guys, M12 LRV RVSB Gaming here, and I'm back with another video. Now this video I'm not really going to progress through the story mode. I know I've been lacking a little bit in this playthrough on this game, but trust me when I say this game, a lot of free roaming of miscellaneous tasks have to be done in order to sort of get the game going, and I don't want to have like 40 minutes of me just swimming around in water just to increase lung capacity, or just driving around for like 5 hours just trying to max out vehicle skills and whatnot and all that stuff. But I wanted to show you something. A few little techniques I've learned from riding bikes, because I've played this game completely all the way through. I don't remember the full details of it, because last time I played the whole thing through, that was like when I was in middle school, and I'm like 20 years old now. That's how long ago, and I played it at a friend's house, and I sort of got the game for myself on Xbox Original, and there are a few driving techniques that you can sort of use to get away from the cops if they're on your tail, such as go through here on a bike, through this building, in the middle of town, because they cannot climb up here. They cannot go through here unless they're on foot. They can get through here on a car, but they normally do not get out of their car if you're still on a bike. Luckily, there is a parachute here in case you fall off, but if you fall off your bike midair, you probably won't have enough time to deploy your parachute and do that. But just in case, on the off chance that you do fall off pretty early from the fall, you can probably deploy your parachute in time, so you want to have that selected and be ready to go, boom, open it if you do. Now for me, I'm probably just going to fall off when I land, but my bike's going to absorb most of the fall, and this is safe depending upon which way you jump off or how you land. Now you see, I hit the edge, and I died. So you'd want to avoid that if possible. It all depends upon how fast you're going off as well. Now I'm going to reset this because it's much faster than trying to find all my weapons and all that crap. And I'm going to quickly do this. Now I already got a car. I mean a bike. And I put it in my garage before I did the recording. Now I'm also going to show you, I mentioned in a previous video that there is a place close to the beachside. And near the Vargo area where they hang out, that beach. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, in which you can go and grab another bike. Now, another little tip here that you should know is that if you get arrested or something and you don't want to start over, you can do that. But you don't always have to resort to like restarting the game if you don't want to lose all your stuff, because in the Xbox 360 edition, they record checkpoints and allow you to jump back to them, but you'll have the same ammo, same everything, same health. Because the last mission, details are sort of sketchy because it's been a while since I've played through the whole thing, but it's like you have to go up through like 8 floors through 8 floors of some stuff. Pretty much and then go on chases or something. It's a very long mission. And to die and have to start the whole thing over is sort of an annoyance. But here, you'll always find an NRG 500 bike, which is a good bike, or the PCJ 600. Or if you don't like listening to music, you could always take one of the cop bikes and turn on the police siren. Although you will frequently have interruptions from police radio, but no radio. Then again, you could always turn the radio off on this. For me, due to the risk of me having copyright strikes for playing music on the radio, I just have the radio audio turned off completely in settings. Now, a few more tips that I'm going to show you with the bike is if you drive off here, you can get that star, and it's quite helpful. But the main thing is you have to have decent bike skill in order to not fall off for some of these, unless you want to slow down before you hit the landing or something like that. You have to be more cautious and slow down the lower you have the lower your bike skill is. But before I continue on, I'm probably just gonna increase my stamina to max. Maybe not so much muscle, because usually whenever I'm on foot, I'll run everywhere. And if you exercise too much, even though that there's a limit, overall, they will just like not allow you to exercise, and I talked about that in a previous video, and it's a glitch. You can fix it, however, and reverse the damage that's done, just by doing a few things, and you have to do it sometimes repeatedly if it doesn't work the first time. Do it a few times, and it eventually works. Sort of like you're having connection problems with the internet. It's like, just unplug your router and then wait 30 seconds and plug back in, kind of thing. And then sometimes it works. You have to do it several times. It's kind of like that. But I'm just going on a ramble about that. But other things you should know is that I seem to have more control over a bike that isn't too fast, like the NRG 500. I seem to have a little bit more speed on the PCJ 600 than compared to the one that I'm riding. But you have a little bit less control as the end result. Now, for most falls, you'll literally, if you don't fall off your bike, like usually you bounce and then hit something which you fall off, and you'll take more damage. But if you bounce at the same spot but not fall from a great height, I think you'll take less damage than falling from a great height, bounce on the bike, then hit something and then fall off. I don't know why it seems to do that, but it's no matter like what height you fall from, as long as the bike itself does not take enough damage to where the engine catches on fire and you have to hop off your bike, you should be fine. Now, I'm going to show you an example of this, and I found out this great place to try it out or to get easy money. Easy money because, well, if you do insane stunts, you pretty much do that. So if you move like more than a certain amount of distance, and gain at least some height than what you currently started out as, you'll get like an insane stunt bonus. Like this, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says insane stunt bonus, $40, and then it tells you at the bottom what I did. I got it for like moving 340 feet in the air. Which you can constantly do. It's actually pretty easy to just to do that and quickly get away from cops, as well as to try some of these stunts. Like, they're chasing after you, but I don't think they normally go off cliffs. Unless you're like at the higher stars, like 4, 5, and 6, they'll probably chase you after that. But if you have 3 stars or less, they probably won't. Well, the ground vehicles, but the helicopter will definitely follow you on your tail. But down there, off that cliff, is Dillmore, and they have a paint spray there, so you could just instantly go in, get rid of your wanted level. Now, later the newer versions of the game, like GTA 5, which take place in the same area from what I've been told, but this is the like the prequel to it. Because I know in GTA 4 you have to like go into the paint spray but not be seen by the cops for it to work. I do not know if that applies to GTA 5 because I haven't actually played it. But if you can use like anything as a ramp to get yourself up to a higher elevation, you can easily get away from cops or just jump down and make quick getaways. Or take shortcuts in certain races. Although you have to be although you have to have good control over your thing and don't go too fast when doing it. Because if you go too fast, when you land, if you don't have any control when you're trying to land or do something like that, you're gonna mess up. Now, usually some tricks that you can do with the car, you can do with the bike, and then there are some that you can do with both, like car and bike, and then there's some that you can only do with bike, and there's some that you can only do with car, and one of those I'm going to show you, but first I need to, hold on, get my guy to turn around. And he won't jump up. Great. Okay. Now that I'm stuck in this water... crap. But, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Getting my, now that I'm stuck in the water, I can bring up this topic. It's gonna be kind of hard to, do, continue the series consistently. I may stop for months at a time, because you literally have to grind XP or sometimes you just have to prepare for it. Like, missions, like, are going to be very difficult, and they're long, and sometimes difficult. Like, I found out the hard way that one of these missions, not going to say which one because it will spoil it. Okay, apparently there's nothing I can get to that way. But apparently some of these missions don't make sense. Like there are certain cutscenes that have to happen, and they won't let you do something that would interfere with that, despite the fact that doing that certain action that you're trying to do is exactly what they tell you to do. Like, they'll tell you that you have to kill this guy, and then he runs off in a car and you have to try and chase him, but they won't let you kill him right here. He has to get to a certain point and somehow dies of an accident rather than you actually trying to kill him no matter what you do. And it gets frustrating and confusing, like, oh, this guy just ate 3 rockets from an RPG. Not dead. I shot 2 into his car, shot the gas tank, which automatically blows up, which actually isn't true from real physics point, but in the game they teach you that in the first mission when you go see, and then you've actually seen that, I think. Or was that one of the missions where my recording failed? I'm not sure about that one. But, I just wanted to talk about how my series is gonna go and a few things I learned about the bike. Because I seem to, whenever I play the game, like, the way the physics are for this game, I'd rather be in a bike than a car. Although you have less protection, you're more susceptible to gunfire, but I feel like you can weave better with it. I need a bike, though. And that's the next point I'm going to tell you. I'm nowhere near the garage where no one spawns. Probably ones that spawn near here, but I can't think of them or off the top of my head right now. But I do have a way of getting them. I'm shooting this police officer and he's not coming after me. I just literally shot up a police car and the officer did not come after me. And apparently I didn't have a melee weapon to start out with. Maybe I lost it or something. I don't remember. Anywho, not only that, but if you literally get like 2 stars, he'll come at you with a bike and you can easily get away with it. Although I don't want to waste ammo because I can't, like, really afford ammo. Like, I can't buy ammo at this point in the game, but if I kill officers and take the ammo off them... But, hold on, seeing as I'm here already, I might as well just do this. Just spray that tag. And they didn't send a bike after me. But once you do get a bike, that's fine. It's an easy way to get a police bike sometimes, because they'll send it after you. The only problem is just like every other law enforcement vehicle, this includes tank. It's not technically law enforcement, it's military. But if you look at this, Paint and Spray does not want to touch something that that you easily know is stolen. You could look at the bike and say, yeah, that's obviously stolen. And that leads to my next point. That leads to my next bike tip, actually. Right around here. This bike seems to be a little bit faster than all the other ones, but it seems to have more control, though. Not a big increase in speed, because usually there's like the NRG 500, then the next one's PCJ 600. Now, if you can go up at the right angle on the side of that hill, you can go up, land on that road above you, and then drive down to the dock, down to where this like little fair's happening, and the Ferris wheel and all that crap. You can't actually pay to go on the Ferris wheel, but I think if you just parkour on there and let it move around, I guess that counts as a ride. But as you watch this, it's kind of hard to actually pull off in this bike particularly. I find it easy in the PCJ 600, the NRG 500, but bikes like these you can easily get knocked off of, which you wanna do, in which you wanna be more careful of when you do it. But I'm just gonna do several attempts at this. But another thing you can do is just drive straight up the hill. You could just like drive straight up the hill if you can't get it several tries, because they will follow you. Just they'll get off your back, and then you'll pick up a tail of some new cops. But you could get up there if you are already at speed, and I don't want to drive all the way down here and do this again. But the hill gets smaller and smaller as you go, so you could do it. But a tree may bounce you back, and sometimes police can follow you if they're in a bike. This is one of the few exceptions to it, but not all police cars can do this. Not police cars can't do that, but a bike will. As you can see, it tried to follow me, and it worked for some sort of extended period of time. I don't know. I don't remember what really got me into biking, really, so much in this game. Like, I just wanted to try it out for once, and I think I just naturally am good at it. Well, naturally good at it, as in a way that I just didn't really train. I just seemed to just first time drive a bike better than I did the first time I drove a car in the game. And that's another thing I don't like. The blue car back there just pulled out in front of me. And if you're driving a bike, not even if the cops aren't even chasing you, high speeds on the highway, they'll change lanes in front of you, and like you're done. Like, they will knock you off if you don't have good bike skill. Change lanes right in front of you, unexpecting it, and pretty much that just goes to show everyone here except for you are pretty much a bad driver, because they're like, oh, I'm going super slow, but I'm gonna pull over in front of this guy, hopefully knock him off the road. And it's just not good like that. They tapped me a little bit. So you'll lose control more easily when getting hit by a bike. But you have more maneuverability, so that's less likely to happen. Although, if the front wheel is taken out, it's kind of hard to drive straight. But if the back wheel's taken out, which most of the bikes in the game have rear wheel drive, you're going to be skidding all over the place. Whichever way the car points is going to speed off in that direction. Try to turn it a little, it will speed off in that direction a lot, and screw you over when you go back and forth trying to turn around and all that stuff. Now, for me, I don't have that high of a bike skill, but when I played before, I knew all the roads and all the escape routes and how to do this. It's kind of hard just trying to get back into the game. But this is a game I really know and love, and I really want to continue this, but it won't be as frequent as many of you have asked, because I know 2 or 3 people who watch this, the very few people who do, have asked me why don't I make more of it like I do with other playthroughs, because I just have to prepare. There's just so many miscellaneous tasks in general is the main reason why. Oh, I have to make sure I have enough money for body armor. Oh, I have to do this first. I have to make sure that this isn't a problem as well, because there will be a time where I have to worry about something other, which is something else that will become a problem when I'm doing missions, but only for a short period of time. At 2 different points in the game, but it's only for a short period of time, I'll talk about it. But I don't want to go too much into it, because if this is your first playthrough or first time ever seeing it, I don't want to ruin it for you. And well, that's the main reason why. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to take this slightly messed up bike. For whatever reason, sometimes when you park it in a garage and come back to it, it somehow doesn't have the smoke, or it's self-repairs or something. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's actually is supposed to happen. But I'm going to end this video here. I was mainly an update about my San Andreas playthrough, along with some stuff I learned about the bike that I wanted to talk about and all that stuff. I'm going to save my game. My bike skill went up a bit, and that's kind of cool. You can just keep on doing that. And not even that, but if you keep driving your bike around, it helps you level that up, even though that's a miscellaneous task. But it will help you know the roads a lot, and I know like most of them. Like I know, like if you want me to go to off the inside track betting from this house, I know like the fastest way to get there after doing this a bunch of times. I end up having to go through Glen Park, have to go up past a Clunkenbell, that's to the the right of this house. I don't remember the area, the name of the area, but I know the which path I would have to take. It's past the BMX park, unless you want to take the long way around, or I guess they're both equally distance if you go the other way around. It's just that you'll see more of Glen Park, I guess. And you'll drive by a spot where fire trucks spawn and all that stuff. But you'll know. You'll know after a while, but yeah. So I'm gonna end this video off here. If you guys enjoyed watching, please leave some comments, questions, or feedback in the comment section down below. Not to mention, I play all my games that I've recorded so far on Xbox. On my Xbox 360, I have Xbox Live, my gamer tags on screen. If you have any questions that you want to send me, I will probably answer them in a video, that's upcoming video, or maybe just send you back a reply. Unless I get a lot of them, then I'll probably just do it in one video, I guess. And I will see you guys later in another video.